Hey, welcome back to Music Theory Logic. Andrew here. I'm currently working on a remix for an artist called Honey Rybar, or named Honey Rybar. I did remixes for her like 6 or 7 years ago, and out of nowhere, I heard from her, and she wanted me to do a remix, which made me super happy. She's a phenomenal vocalist. I highly recommend going and checking out her music, which I will link to below. Let's go ahead into the Logic session. I'm not going to show you the full remix because I probably shouldn't. It's not fully done anyway, but this video is specifically going to be about how you can creatively use Little AlterBoy by Soundtoys to repurpose a sample to make it feel more melodic, to do a lot of different stuff. So if you've seen these before, you perhaps have seen me use that plugin. So we're going to go to this main bridge instrument, and first of all, I'm going to play the section. You'll hear the build up into the drop and the first drop. So here is what I have. It's not done, but it's I like it enough that I thought you might get something from this. So here's the bridge section into the drop. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and stop it there. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Once again, it's not done, but I like the fundamental vibe, and then I'm going to have to go in and figure out how to mix it so it sounds as big as the song deserves. So the bridge section, if you go and listen, this is a remix of her song Stable. If you go and listen to that original, available worldwide, there's a really cool video on YouTube as well. If you listen to that track, you're going to hear a horn sample from the beginning. It kind of sounds like this. Which sounds to be like a saxophone. I've already filtered it there. Now, I don't have the ability, I don't have the saxophone player in my studio. I don't have a saxophone myself. I have that main sample instrument. And basically, I chopped it up and I made it the rhythm I wanted. I'm going to turn off all the effects. And without the effects, it would sound like this on its own. All right, so I chopped it. I put it in an order that I liked. You can tell that's a saxophone. Now, the full effect sounds like this on its own. All right, now, first of all, the effects chain that I'm using Little AlterBoy, pushing the formants down a full octave, the pitch down 1 semitone. Then we're going into a guitar amp. This is a Logic default one, awesome tweed. Nothing changed, just the preset. Then I'm going into the UAD, our LA2A, the Legacy version that came with my Apollo. Then finally, I'm going into the H delay by Waves. We're doing an eighth note, a dotted eighth note delay, very little bit of it. So first of all, I'll play the effects on its own. So let's loop 4 measures. Here it is without any effects. Here's Little AlterBoy. So obviously a lot's there. Our amp, I would say, adds a little bit like a human quality to it, some organic feel. This is really just going to smooth it out. And then finally with our delay. All right, so the real sound is coming from automating that that format line. Actually, so was wrong, our pitch line. So what I did, and this is kind of a fun thing to do, if I were to turn off our automation, basically played this and I started moving around the pitch wheel. It's like playing different notes. All right, so I'll turn that automation back on, and let's watch that wheel change throughout this full section. All right, here it is. Up to 6, back to -1. So I take that one saxophone loop and basically make it feel melodic. Once again, in context, it sounds like this. All right. So once again, with taking a sample, putting it through Little AlterBoy by Soundtoys, and just using that pitch and format shifting plugin to repitch or change the sibilance of the note, can take a sample and it can make it sound like completely different. You can use it in the second half of a drop. You could use it for a double on a vocal. I've done that in some other videos where you take a literal double, put it down an octave, put the formats down, and then blend the original vocal with that low one together. You'll hear that a lot on the radio if you once you know the sound. It's really all over the place. So if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Little AlterBoy by Soundtoys, if you find it on deal or promotion deal, is like $30. It's one of the best ways to spend $30 in computer music production, depending upon the style that you make. You can use it on lots of different styles. So once again, my name's Andrew. My email will be below. Feel free to leave a comment. If you found this helpful, you would help me out a ton by subscribing to the channel. Hit the bell for notifications, and I will see you next time. Also, stay tuned for my stable remix. That'll come out as my artist alias, d.r.u, and go check out Honey Rybar. Thank you. See you next time.